Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to build a fully interactive course registration system using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This system allows you to register students, edit their information, delete them and save everything directly in the browser using local storage. Okay, so firstly, we move to our HTML code. My HTML code, right? Okay. First, you have a simple HTML code form with inputs filled for student's name. As you can see, you have it student name, ID, program, email, and level. Each field is required, ensuring the user cannot submit incomplete data. Below the form, we have a table that dynamically display all registered students, include an action column with edit and delete button. Yeah, and delete button. Thank you. Okay, so moving on is our form group. Yeah, form group. Then the levels. It contains the levels, like the level 100, 200 of the students that will register in this form. Huh, cool. Yeah, that will register in this form. Okay, this setup provides a clean, user-friendly interface for managing student data. Without much time wasting, let's move on to the CSS part. Okay, over here, we style the form and table using CSS to make the interface look modern and professional. We use gradient background, rounded form card, over effects of for button, alternating row color in the table, and scrollable table for long list of students. This style improve readability and make the system visual appealing. So here is what we are talking about. This is the table, how we edited it and make it movable. And okay, so now let's look at JavaScript function. The JavaScript make our system interactive. Yeah. So let's say this is the vital part of our system. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So first we have the selecting element, which is this. We first select the form and add bodies so we can work with user input and display student dynamically. Yeah, so that's what we do over here. Then we move on to the track edit. And this is our track edit. We use the edit index to track whether we are adding a new student or editing an existing one. If it's now we are adding a student, otherwise it points to the index of student being edited. Okay, so from there we move on to the load students when page opens. Okay, So over here, when the page loads, we render any existing student from local storage, ensuring data persists even when a page refresh. Okay, then we move on to the hand form submission. Hand form submission. When the form is submitted, we prevent the page from refreshing, collecting the input value into a student object, and then either save a new student or update an existing one after that. After that, the form resets and the table updates. Okay. So we move on to saving and retrieving students. Okay. So over here, we store all students in local storage, so they persist in the browser. Get students fetch the current list or return an empty array if there are none. Okay, so we move on to the rendering table. Okay, so this is our rendering table. This function loads through all students and create a table row for each. It also add edit and delete button for each student now. Okay, so we edit our students now. When the edit button is clicked, the student information is loaded back into the form for modification, and the edit index is set so that submission and form updates the correct students. Okay. So we move on to update students. Oh, we are done with that side right now. So let's move on to the delete students. So clicking delete remove students from local storage and update the table, and confirm prompts ensure that students aren't deleted accidentally. Okay, so we move on to the last part, which is our status message. Every action adding, updates, or deleting a student triggers a small status message below the form, giving the user clear feedback that their action was successful. Okay, so that's how I come about my code. So without much time wasting, let's go and run and see what we have here. Okay, so okay, so this my course registration system that I've just spoke about. Okay, so here's our user entry. User entry. This whole page is our user entry. Yeah. So the table here updates dynamically to show new students. Okay. And here is our edit edit button. Modifies the student in the table. The delete button removes the student from the table. All data persists thanks to local storage. This setup provides a simple but professional way to manage student registration entirely in browser. Okay, so without much time wasting, let's try our hands and see how the system actually works. Okay, so let's say the student's name is Sedem Kweku. So let's enter the student ID, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's our student ID. The program the student offers, can choose to write any program of your choice. For me, since I'm a computer science student, I'll write computer science. Okay. Computer science. Okay, so enter the student email, which will be cdm 123 4 or 123 rather at gmail.com. Then we select the level of the student. So let's say cdm is a level 200 student. Okay, so as you can see, student registered successful. So let's go to our table and check if cdm is registered. Okay, as you can see, here is it. Cdm has been registered successfully in the registration system. So let's try editing to see if cdm's details will re-pop up in the student registration. Okay, as you can see, it has been here for editing. It has shown up for editing. So you can edit. Maybe you did mistake by entering a wrong level for cdm. So let's say cdm is a level 300 student instead of level 200. So we'll change it and let's register cdm again and see. So student updated successful. So cdm has been, as you can see, the level 200 has been changed successfully to level 300. Sorry. Okay, so that's it. You now have a full interactive student registration system. This is a great foundation for building more advanced school or university management projects. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.